channel Healthy and Holy. I'm Rachel, and I make videos to teach and equip you to live healthy, whole, and holy unto God's glory. So I'm going to start with my dance party gone wrong. It has to do with my back, and if you've been keeping up with me, I have been doing so much better. Your prayers are being answered. My back is doing so good. I've been going to all my chiropractor appointments, and she's been praying over me, and it's been really powerful, beautiful time. But this week I had to miss one of my appointments and move it up because or move it back, I don't know, but I was studying, and I was like, I just can't go to a appointment and drive across town and study for all my finals, so I moved it up. But anyway, on one of the days this week, I was studying for a long time, and then that morning I decided to listen to the song by Elevation Worship, Graves to Gardens, which I hadn't really listened to fully, and I watched the music video with it as well, and I just got so hyped, and I was like, yeah, graves, he turns graves into gardens, bones into armies, and I was just so hyped. And so I had finished studying, and my sister was kind of grumpy, and I was like, hey, let's sing this song, we're gonna dance. And so I turned on the song really loud, and we started dancing, and we were going hard. I don't know if you've seen the music video, but I mean, they're getting really hyped for good reason. I mean, who wouldn't get hyped about God turning graves into gardens, seas into highways? That is just so exciting. We serve such an awesome God, and I was just really getting into it, and I was jumping around and whipping my head back and forth. I was like, Rachel, this is really not the smartest thing to do, but I was just really in it. And then I felt it, and I was like, wow, that did not feel right. And the rest of the week, until I went back to my chiropractor appointment, it felt like I had before. Not as bad, but I didn't have numbing or anything, but definitely was not the smartest move. So later on, after my dance party, or actually after my chiropractor appointment, and we had another dance party, I did not go as hard that time. I was going hard in my spirit, but not physically. So, and God knows that what I was wanting to communicate in that time. So anyway, I learned my lesson. No jumping and whipping my head back and forth, even if it's to elevation worship. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Mother's Day. This is gonna be a really strange it's strange graduation, it's strange everything. So Mother's Day comes with that. And so this week, well, actually, since this pandemic, my family has been, it started with my sister. We've been going outside around 3:30, and all our little neighbor friends, and they all have little kids, have been coming out, and we've just been sitting out there, and they ride bikes, they play basketball, they play with water guns, and our street becomes literally kids central. It is so fun, and so we all take turns staying out there and watching them. And it's just so relaxing and fun. We usually stay out there till 5, and then we go inside, and they do that every day. And if one kid is later than the others, then they go knock on their little doors and stuff hey, you gonna come out? And it's just the sweetest thing. But my mom and I it was my mom's idea. We just felt like this is just such a grand opportunity, because one thing that is normally done anyway during the summers is Vacation Bible School, and my family has always been super involved with that, and this year it probably won't happen, or at least to the level that we're used to. And so my mom was like, we have all these kids, we're gonna do driveway devotions. And so in our front yard, she said once a week, they play every day, but once a week we're gonna do on Thursdays we're gonna do a Vacation Bible School. And so this past Thursday was our first time doing it, and it was so good. Like, it was so good. And they all brought their little lawn chairs out and they sat in our front yard, and all their parents came. I mean, it was the most beautiful thing. And we had like one of those little felt boards. It's kind of old school, but they had like a scene on it. And so I did the story of Jesus turns water into wine, his first miracle, and it was so fun. I did a little demonstration with lemonade, and we did songs and did motions to them, and had them answer questions, and I got snack, and I mean, it was literally like a mini vacation Bible school, and it was so fun. The parents were so thankful, and it was just a reminder of like our purpose here on earth is like the Great Commission, to go therefore and make disciples, to teach them everything that he's commanded. And so, you know, when Matthew 28, when he says that, when Jesus is saying that, like that is our mission. We're just pilgrims here, and our ultimate purpose is to go make disciples so that we can all live in this full communion with our Father one day. And so just to be a part of, I mean, we get to do it every time there's Vacation Bible School, but to do it during this time period where we may not have suspected that we would be able to do it, but just that God always gives us what we need in the time that we need it. That even if it's just our front yard, it doesn't have to be a huge display, a huge thing. And I'm not knocking in any way big displays. I think they're awesome. But if it's just a devotional in your front yard, that is kingdom minded, and the Lord can do some amazing things even in that. And we saw like even the kids were really touched, but more than anything, it was the parents. It gave them peace knowing that their kid was getting the Word of God, and even they're getting a less amount on Sundays when they normally would be going to like Sunday school, like with the kids and stuff, that they're even getting less of that then. And so I was just so blessed to be the Lord's hands and feet during that time. So I'm very excited to continue to do that. We're probably going to do that till the end of May. So I'm really excited about that. The second thing about Mother's Day, I got sidetracked, but Mother's Day. So because Mother's Day is on Sunday, we were like, hey, we should make Mother's Day gifts. My sister and I, we like put together all these little crafts. Again, it was my mom's idea, but we got to put legs to it. And so we had like pictures, and then we made bracelets like with beads and stuff. And let me tell you, the boys were the most intense. Like, this was for their mamas. And so it was so beautiful to watch even like the wildest kids sit like completely silent and focused because like this was for their mom and it was gonna be good. And so that was just the sweetest thing to witness. And then my sister also made like took pictures with her Polaroid camera, and so now they'll have this like COVID-19 memory of Mother's Day. So I was really excited about that. So we did that. We did beads. Some of them colored and made a note. And then the last thing we did is something that I've been doing that I've really enjoyed is drawing. Well, okay, I was inspired first because I found this bookmark in my Bible. Okay, well, I found it like in my house, and I was like, wow, like this is beautiful, and I'm gonna keep using it. So let me find it here. Is this bookmark here, and it's like dried flowers. And I was like, wow, like I've really been enamored by it because it's like God's creation, and it's not like fake, it's real. And so I was inspired, and when I found out we had a laminator in our house, like didn't even know, and then my mom's like, oh, did you know we have a laminator? And I said, well, I would like to use that puppy. So I have been on my bike ride, I'm collecting flowers, and it's been so fun. And I put them in a little clip in my hair, and so my limiting reagent is how many flowers can I fit in my clip by the end of my bike ride. So I have been collecting these, and then I press them, and then by making these little bookmarks. So this is the one for my mom that I made. So I like collected all these little flowers, and then I put it like in a laminator sheet and put it through the laminator, and then I punched a hole up top here and put a little ribbon through it. And I've been so blessed by the ability to make these. I've sent them out to some friends already, and I think one of the biggest things for me, it's been a gift from God, because I took a class this semester called Give, Save, and Spend, and in this class I was really challenged to give. Like, I need to be a giver, and I have really struggled with that because I'm a saver. And so I'm not necessarily a spender, but I'm a saver. And so one of the things that was said in the class was, wherever you spend your money effortlessly is where your treasure is. And my treasure has been my bank account. Like, I effortlessly save my money. And I think that, it's not a bad thing. Everything is in balance. Like, we're supposed to give, we're supposed to save, and we're supposed to spend. But do we have them in the right order? And so I've really struggled though with giving, because I don't like giving generic gifts. Like, I don't like buying something random and then just giving it to somebody. I really want it to mean something. But the problem I run into is I'll have like a really great idea, but it'll take a long time, or it costs a lot of money, or it has just like lots of steps, and then I get distracted and I never finish it. And so nothing ends up being given, and that's worse than giving something generic. And so I have really been praying about, God, how can I give? Like, what is a way that Rachel Lopez can give? Because it can't take a long time, and it also costs like a ton of money either, which I have made purchases where I'm like, you know what, God, I feel like you're asking me to give this thing, and so I'll just make a purchase that I wouldn't normally do. But I've seen the Lord multiply those purchases 10 times fold almost every time. And so I think God's economy is not our economy, and so I get to witness that as I give. But one of the things was these bookmarks, because they're super easy to make and they take like no time at all. They bring me so much joy, and it brings joy to all the people who receive it, just because it is so personal. It is a very personal thing. It obviously doesn't like cost a lot of money, and I get to do it several at one time, and I've enjoyed sending out letters. And so this has been really, even though it's a gift for other people, it's really been God's gift to me, as a way, a means for me to give. So I want to know, what are ways that you guys give regularly? What are ways that God has given you to give to others? I know that I have a friend who enjoys just buying little things. One time she gave me a pink beanie just because she noticed that I liked hers. And so that's her thing. She just gives little gifts. Other people, they give of their time. So what is a way that you give? What is the gifts that God has given you to give to other people? And so I encourage you to find that during this time where we have this space and the mental capacity to really analyze and inventory what the Lord's given us and what we can give to others. Because at the end of the day, it's all God's. It's not ours. Our tithe is what the Lord requires of us, but at the end of the day, all the other 90% is also His. And so it's, God, what do you want me to do with your money? How do you want me to steward what you've so graciously given me? Because I wouldn't have it without you. So I just challenge you to find those ways that you can give. Remember to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and we'll keep journeying together to live healthy, whole, and holy unto God's glory.
Melts empty praise and treasures of faith.